Welcome to the Forever Richie podcast, and today I have a few topics I will be talking about. Number one will be WWE Raw. We're going to be talking about Bill Goldberg coming to WWE soon. The rumors, we've heard them before. I'm going to be discussing about it. E3, as you have known, E3 is going down. Lots of things are being shown for press conferences from Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, EA, and many more. I'm also going to be talking about TNA Slammiversary. It just happened last week, Sunday to be correct. And I'm also going to be talking about Money in the Bank, this upcoming pay-per-view. I'm going to be discussing the matches of this Sunday. So, without any further ado, let's go on to WWE Raw. Alright, WWE Raw, I felt, was a good show. It was a good show. It was better than last week and the weeks before. This week we actually had Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns show up on the show. They did a promo with Ambrose to make up for last week's build up to the match, which was sucky. Here we have them together on the show on the Ambrose Asylum, and this promo was fantastic. I enjoyed every single part of it. I enjoyed, Ambrose just delivering dirty deeds to Roman Reigns and, beating up Seth Rollins and saying that he might be the winner of the Money in the Bank ladder match. It might be the one who coming out of Money in the Bank pay-per-view as the champion, as he says himself that he's going to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. So we're going to find that out on Sunday. But today, he made it clear that he's going after the champion. Whoever it is, he's going after the championship. And he's going to cash it in. So, that was a great promo. And the beginning of the night, I liked the 6-man tag match. It was, I think it was 6-man or 4-man tag match, with Enzo and Cash and the New Day facing Evolve Villains and the Club. This was a great match to start off the night. I enjoyed every single part of it. I enjoyed how flexible Kofi Kingston was. Very acrobatic moves, high flyer. I like the moves Big E came out with. The power bombs, the power slams, and the running to the ropes dive, belly dive. I don't know what it's called, but it's a belly dive. I call it belly dive. I enjoyed Enzo and Cash. They're charismatic.
Be quiet.
Their act.
Please be quiet.
It's incredible. I enjoyed, every time the Enzo and Cash come out and they say something funny, and you can always rely on them for great entertainment value, and they bring that, and they can also put on a decent wrestling match themselves. The Club surprisingly won this match. I wasn't expecting them to win, because towards the end it looked like Enzo and Cash and the New Day were, going to win, but the tables turned and it looked like the Club found a way to overcome the odds and still win. So it's gonna be a heck of a tornado fatal 4-way tag team championship match at this Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Who's gonna walk out Money in the Bank pay-per-view as the new tag team champions, or still the tag team champions? That's yet to be known. But I'm going for the New Day or Enzo and Cash. But most likely it seems like the New Day will retain, and hopefully they'll have a feud with Enzo and Cash by themselves. And just the promo they had before this match, Enzo and Cash and the New Day, it was exciting. It was very funny, and very corny too at the same time, in a good way though. And you know, it was kind of erotic, the things they were talking about. And you know, they were talking about Francesca, the trombone, and you know, saying, you know, I was with her last night and all this other stuff. It was great. It was a great promo, very hilarious. I enjoyed it. The New Day themselves, they're very funny, charismatic. They're really over with the fans, and you know that's very important in WWE. You know, no one really gives a crap about y'all unless y'all find a way to put yourselves over, and the crowd, you know, hates you or loves you. You know, like Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns right now, he's in a weird place because you don't know to boo him or you don't know to love the guy. Because Roman Reigns right now, it's like a mixed bag. We don't know what to do, but we hate the guy by default. By default. By default. And he's the champion. You know, he's supposed to be getting heat or loved by the fans, you know. But right now, he's a tweener. We don't know if he's a bad guy, a good guy, but certainly he's not the guy in the company. I mean, they're pushing this guy to be, you know, to reach the heights of new moons. I mean, you know, heights that maybe even John Cena couldn't even achieve or haven't yet achieved. And I don't even think John Cena, it was a struggle for him to become the face of the company. Maybe because John Cena was always destined to be, you know, the face of the company because he found a way, you know, that the fans can hate or love the guy. Where Roman Reigns, he doesn't really have that ability. I mean, you see him struggling with his promos, and his matches are good, but he hasn't found that special thing that can make him, you know, loved or hated by the fans. The fans are flip-flopping here and there from week to week, and that shouldn't really be happening for the champion. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny area where he's in the funny world where he is right now, where, you know, it's like he doesn't know what to do. He's following the scripts the creator for giving him, and you know, some of it's good, some of it's bad, but I feel like they're booking this guy not the right way. Like, they're doing too much too fast. He put the strap on him too fast. 2 years it took him to get the championship belt from his debut in WWE, and that's not including NXT. 2 years to be able to capture the WWE title. That's a very short amount of time. There's guys in the roster who hasn't even earned a shot at the WWE title, who's never even had an opportunity, and they've been there for years. And here you go, Roman Reigns coming out of the blue. 2 years, he's earned a spot for the WWE title and actually captured the title 3 times. And this is his 3rd run with the title. And yet nothing has changed. He's still the same. So we're gonna figure out. We're on this journey to see what happens with Roman Reigns. We're gonna see if he's gonna, you know, change. If he's gonna, you know, something's gonna happen that, you know, the fans are gonna boo him or fans are gonna love him. He's gonna be a heel or he's gonna be a baby face. You know, it's gonna be right there. You know, it's gonna be non-questionable. Like, you know what this guy is. But right now we don't know what this guy is. So yeah. So anyway, that promo with the Seth Rollins, Ambrose, and the Roman Reigns building up to this Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And my bet is that Roman Reigns is still going to win the match, but somehow there's going to be a controversy win, you know? Like, Seth Rollins at this point should get the title back, but I feel like the WWE is not heading towards that direction. Like, right now, their agenda is to put Roman Reigns over on the fans. They're doing so much, but not doing so much at the same time. They're pushing this guy, you know, creative-wise, but they're not pushing him in promo wise and building the character up wise. It's all on the booking him like he's seen already, which he's not seen already. And that's what irritates us, the fans, because we know, we can see it, that Roman Reigns is not the face of the company, and that really pisses a lot of fans off. Alright, next we have, on this WWE Raw episode, I was there Goldust in R-Truth in the show? I don't really remember. But anyway, let's move on. Anyway, I hated them. Anyway, I hated their promos and everything. And them as superstars right now. They're not being booked, the best. So anyway, next we have, what else was there? The Charlotte and Natalya and Becky. I think they had a match, Dana Brooks and Becky Lynch. I was really interested. Let's move on. We had AJ Styles confronting AJ Styles and John Cena, contract signing. This was very historical. This was very good promo. This was very top-notch booking. There's a couple things John Cena said towards AJ that got to me and got to everybody, and he even acknowledged AJ Styles was from New Japan, and he has held more championships than he has in his whole entire WWE historiography, and that just kind of blew me away, that John Cena would kind of put AJ Styles over on the fans, and that was kind of cool, And then John Cena, called out AJ Styles, and he had 2 different contracts, and told AJ, are you going to fight me with the club, or are you going to fight me one-on-one, and you're going to be a man about it and choose this one, or you're going to choose that one, and you're going to be a chicken, you're going to be the B word. Frankly, I can't really say the B word on here because I'm trying to keep it podcast friendly. I'm not trying to be that guy who comes on the podcast and cusses every time he does. I'm gonna minimize the amount of cuss words I've used, if any. So John Cena, he was his promos was very good. He made a lot of good points. AJ Styles was very heated up by the things John Cena said. AJ Styles was going to, I felt like AJ Styles was going to ambush John Cena at that moment, but we didn't see any exchange of blows. But that was a great promo by AJ Styles and John Cena. So AJ Styles signed the contract to face John Cena one-on-one without the club at this Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Now this was great. It was a great setup to the match that we're going to see this Sunday. It's surprising though that we're going to see it this early. This is like a dream match for sure. Most likely I thought this was going to happen at SummerSlam or WrestleMania of next year, but we get an early Christmas present right here, and this is going to be phenomenal. Like AJ Styles will say, phenomenal. Next we have what else we have? Darren Young being mentored by Bob Backlund. Now these promos that they're doing are kind of funny, but it's now getting to the point which is, what are they doing? Like, it's been like a month or 2 that they've been doing these promos. Is Darren Young kind of injured, and that's why he can't even wrestle right now? It would be cool to see them in the arena, fighting, but we just see them in the promos, and it's just like a kind of a waste of time now. It's been kind of 2 months, where's this going? Like, we're gonna make Darren Young great again. Okay, you're gonna make Darren Young great again, but he's not even on the show. He's just on these little pre-recorded promos. Where's this going? his other former tag team partner, Titus O'Neil, has a match with Rusev for the United States Championship belt. And we don't have nothing for Darren Young. But you're gonna make him great again. Who knows? Maybe he might have a match, at this Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Hopefully he does, because all these promos, what are they building up to? It's like, you ever wonder why they even have certain promos on the WWE Raw program if they don't really add up to much? And this is one of them. And another wrestler or tag team that they're promoting really badly right now is the Shining Star. Epico and Primo, formerly known as Epico and Primo, now we're called the Shining Stars, I think. Yeah, they're just doing promos now. They're just doing promos. A couple of weeks ago, they were doing matches on Raw. Now they're just doing promos before matches. Where is this going? I think it's just a failed experiment from WWE. And this is one of them. Just like the Social Outcast. I think the Social Outcasts are done now. We haven't seen them on television for a couple weeks. So, yeah, those are failed gimmicks by the WWE. Another failed gimmick from WWE. Darren Young, Social Outcasts, and the Shining Stars. More and more filler on the show. We didn't really need this week. It's tough to watch the show. 3 hours is way too much. Way too much of wrestling in one day. Especially WWE Raw. You'd think they would do much with these 3 hours, but they have a lot of filler in here. Like the backstage segments with Stephanie McMahon, Shane McMahon, and Kane. It didn't really add up to much. It didn't really give us no direction. What was Kane's purpose in these promos? Was he gonna have a match? Was he gonna be featured on SmackDown this week? Nothing but filler stuff we didn't really need. So that was that. But anyway, we also had the main event, which was Jericho versus Ambrose, with Del Rio, Kevin Owens, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn on ringside doing commentary, and Del Rio was a timekeeper and Cesaro was an announcer. This was nice. I like this. This was a change of pace from what we usually see on the WWE product. We saw wrestlers doing this thing with, as guests on the commentary field or, announcers. And I wish they would do more of this stuff, because you rarely see this on the WWE product these days. In the Attitude Era, I think they did a lot of this stuff, where they just, had superstars doing weird things like this, but it added a lot of value to the product, a value to the matches, to the hype that was building up to the pay-per-view. And I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed the match with Ambrose and Chris Jericho. And I like the fallout with the fight they all had with each other. And it ended up with Sami Zayn just doing a over the rope jump and landed on all of them. And that's how they ended the show, which I thought was great. It was great. Great main event. I like this. All in all, I didn't touch on every single thing on WWE Raw, and mostly that's a good thing, because not everything was worth talking about. But I think I touched on the main things in it I want to talk about, and I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna talk about TNA Slammiversary. I heard a lot of hype about this pay-per-view, and I'm not really a big fan of TNA, or even a fan at all. I used to be, The last good thing, in my opinion, they did was the Aces and the Eights thing, and the Dixie Carter and Bully Ray promos and rivalry they had. That was exciting, but now TNA's kind of lost. Like, what are they gonna do? What are they doing next? I didn't see the show, but I will see the show this week. I'm gonna watch it online soon, but from what I've heard, it wasn't all that much worth the hype. And that's kind of sad since, this is Slammiversary. Next, I'm going to be talking about Bill Goldberg. You heard the rumors, Bill Goldberg coming to the WWE. He was showcased on an ad for the WWE 2K417 as a playable character. And, you saw his ad right there for the video game, and that was cool. And that got us all hyped. Is he coming to WWE? Is he gonna make an appearance at the next pay-per-view? Money in the Bank? What's the deal? Is he coming to WWE or not? I think he is, because many of the times superstars do this, like Sting, like Ultimate Warrior. They've done it in the past, and I feel like Goldberg wouldn't be no exception. Because right now he said he's open to invitation to fight anybody if the money is right, the story is right. He's up for it. So I most likely think he will be featured on the SummerSlam or Survivor Series or Royal Rumble or maybe even WrestleMania of this year. We'll see. Also, moving on, we have E3, the electronic show, is being showcased right now as I am speaking. A lot of things have been shown in E3 regarding games and from these companies like VR. Very interesting, like Batman VR. And they've officially said there's gonna be 50 games of VR launched by October 13. They've already had a price point for PlayStation VR, which is $400. It's kind of heavy on the price. I don't know how many people are going to pay for that. That's like paying for a console. Maybe when the price drops, a lot of people are going to be paying for it. But maybe that's a premium content thing. And maybe that's for the hardcore, players, So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. But I doubt that they're going to sell a ton of those at launch. There's also things being launched by different companies, like the updated versions of the sports games like NBA, MLB, the soccer games. There's also Battlefield, the new Battlefield coming out. Microsoft just showcase Xbox One S, a slim version of Xbox One, a slimmer, 40% slimmer with an IR blaster, and supports 4K video resolution, and the controller is 40% lighter. So yeah, a lot of things are being showcased right now. E3, another good highlight was the new Zelda game coming to the Wii U. Pokemon Moon, and I forgot the name of the other one. That's being showcased. A lot of good things being showcased at E3. So far, it's been phenomenal. The things I've been hearing about from the electronic show. Well, that's it. I think that's all I gotta say on this podcast. You've been listening to Forever Richie podcast. I would like to say thank you for listening, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link will be in the description if you're watching this on YouTube, and expect more of these podcasts. I'm gonna be doing these like 2 to 3 times a week, Monday, Friday, and maybe even Sunday. That's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna be uploading these on here and on a separate website, so you can see all the other podcasts, archives from this podcast. Well, anyway, I want to say thank you for listening and have a great day.